It's one of the most complete and affordable phones that I have recently tested. The iPhone 11 has aged well, but will it be sufficient for 2023, even 2024? What about its performance and battery after 4 years? And its cameras? I'm Sergio from Tecnideas and this is my review of the iPhone 11 in 2023. Let's start with the design. Apple has not taken many risks by changing the design of recent models so they have the same essence. The first time I saw it, I didn't really like it, but I got used to it very quickly. It has a minimalist design, is comfortable to hold, and feels very good in the hand as it is built with glass and has aluminum frames. It has a 6.1-inch LCD display and practically has a 720p resolution. But even with this, the quality of the screen and the experience you can have with it is above what I believe. It has a good viewing angles and I had no problems with brightness and sunny days. When playing multimedia content, it looks surprisingly sharp. This is the same screen as iPhone XR, so it has the same huge bezels accompanied by the notch that contains the system for Face ID. This works very well and I got used to it very quickly for unlocking the phone. Inside the iPhone 11, it is a A13 Bionic chip, accompanied by only 4GB of RAM. It is a phone that is almost 4 years old, but I never experienced a single app crash during my use of it. In my opinion, the best thing that Apple can offer is optimization with iPhone and its ecosystem. Also, you probably had a great gaming experience. It only has a 3100 mAh battery. On a normal day, alternating between social media, multimedia content and some gaming, it gave me an average of 6 hours on screen time. Make sure to check the battery percentage so you don't buy a phone with battery damage. It supports a maximum charge of 15 watts, and with this I was able to charge the phone from a dead battery to fully charged in 90 minutes. Now let's talk about its cameras. The iPhone 11 has a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel main sensor and an ultra wide angle camera, also 12 megapixels. In good lighting conditions during the day, photos are surprisingly good. Detail is almost excellent even when you zoom in the photos. It has a wide dynamic range and the colors stand out. The ultra wide angle camera also gives you photos with a lot of detail. Although noise can be very visible in some cases, colors are bright, dynamic range is decent, and the edge correction does its job very well. The front-facing camera always tries to expose your face above other things. Detail is very good and I think it's a natural looking photo. If it's post-processed, it is not as noticeable as in other brands. At night, the quality is better than I thought, and you also have a night mode that activates automatically so you can have a photo with better exposure and more details. The handling of lights also improves a lot. It can record at 4K up to 60 frames per second with the ultra wide angle camera and the main camera. This produces results close to excellent, especially because of the stabilization. It has a good dynamic range and the colors are true to life. 4K video with the front-facing camera is almost excellent with incredible stabilization, colors and exposure. Angle vision is wide enough and you're listening how the audio goes. So the iPhone 11 is one of the best value for money options that you can have from Apple. It has a good cameras, a satisfying screen experience, more than decent performance for a phone that has been on the market for so long, and a decent battery. The only thing I don't like is the huge bezels and the notch. Anyway, that's been my review of the iPhone 11 in 2023, also 2024. Let me know what you think, and if you already have the phone, share your experience so that others have more opinions besides mine. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Bye. Alright, that's it. And see you later in